So my husband and I decided to open Jasmine's Grill and Cantina here in Gaston. We already have a business. It's Jasmine's Lopez Agency. So here Gaston was the best place to open a second business. Exchange Bank made this really, really easy. I thought it was going to be a really hard process, but they were so nice, so sweet, and they explained everything by detail. And as you can see, they helped me make all this possible. It was really easy, and they were always there. They were just a phone call away.
Clinic 5 Addiction Recovery. Addiction doesn't look like you think.
My name is Brittany. I'm a person just like you are, except for I am a recovering addict. I found hope and I found healing here at Clinic 5 with the help of the amazing staff and doctors. I see my future bright. I actually see a future now.
Clinic 5 Addiction Recovery. Addiction doesn't look like you think. Call 256-952-2709 or visit us online at clinic5.com.
It was worth the wait, and now it's here for you.
It's the all-new, outgoing, gorgeous 2024 Santa Fe at Team One Hyundai. This 3-row SUV has it all. Dual wireless phone charger, auto-open liftgate, fold-down seats, and it's as rugged as ever. Starting under $35,000.
It's here, Team One Hyundai, Highway 77 in Rainbow City.
Hey guys, welcome to the Mayor Joe Taylor Show. Jeff Underwood, Jerry White. What's up, buddy?
You know, every time I get to come hang out with my mayor, the mayor of Alabama, Mr. Joe Taylor. Welcome, sir. Hey,
That's right. Well, maybe Southeast.
How you been?
Oh, man,
we missed
good.
you. Jeff and I had to do a show in your stead.
Yeah, I forgot. Actually, I got double.
You were busy.
I got double
You
booked
were
that
busy.
day. That was
Good.
a rough. The last 2 weeks been kind of rough. I think I've done like 7 graduate. Everybody graduates now. Like I mean, you get to graduate from lunch now in school.
I love lunch.
So we've got. I did all the graduations and stuff, and then the week before that, I was at the League of Municipalities, handling our business and making sure people understood who we are
People
at
know
a
who,
state level.
people know who Rainbow City.
Oh, they know.
They know.
They better know.
What about all the success athletically that's been going on here?
That's crazy. I mean, of course we have Westbrook Christian School, and we have our schools, and Southside High School. I think Dr. Cosby told me 65% of the students over there are Rainbow City residents. So you got to chase those people down. But of course we got Randy Weiss, our
Soccer
city
legend.
council. He's a legend,
Yeah.
man. I mean, like he's got all these like serious photographs now of him that are floating all over the internet.
I've noticed
where
some.
he's like very stern coach, and basically Randy's that coach that prepares his team, and then he just sends them out there.
That's a good way
I
to be.
mean, that is a great coach. That you're not sitting there. He's never angry. He's not mad. I mean, even in their semifinal loss, Randy just told them, "Look, guys, this is life." That's the great lesson of sports to me. Is all right. Let's go eat something. This is over. We've got to move forward. And Randy does a great job of that. I mean, he's there's no doubt that he's growing men in his programs, and just a respectful team. I mean, they thank me just coming up individually, thanking me for traveling to Huntsville in a tornado. I don't know why they would think that was special. I was running from that tornado.
I need to offer Randy an apology. Randy, come close.
Well, this never happens.
I'm very sorry. Well, because Randy's 10 years older than Noel, right?
Yes.
His brother. So there's a huge separation from when Noel and I were together and hanging out and playing ball and all those things. So I meet Randy, right? So they look just alike.
Oh, they look just alike.
So I said, "Oh, so you're Noel's dad?"
Yes.
Not the first time that's happened,
And
I assure you.
I guarantee you, because the way he responded, he got this little smirk on the
Yeah.
corner of his lip.
Yeah.
He goes, "No, I'm his much older
I'm
brother."
his
And
much
of course,
older
he-
brother,
You
yeah.
handled it like a
That's
champ.
right. He does. He does a good job.
So nice. He's a super nice man.
Randy is a good guy.
Yeah.
He's got the most supportive wife because I'll tell you, she would cut you in the stand during a soccer game.
That's awesome.
She don't play. I
That's
mean, that
great.
chick does not play. Sonia's she's a great soccer fan. I didn't realize, because I don't know anything about soccer.
Pele.
Pele, that was the only one. And somehow, he could catch a flip and still kick it in the net.
Yeah.
That was enough for me. I thought, well, they're athletes. We know that
Mm-hmm.
much. Plus, they can run for an hour and a half. I mean, what's that all about?
day.
But I started following soccer just a little bit, and I ended up carrying Mike Bolton, who's our nuisance abatement guy, with me. Well, Mike's daughter played a lot of soccer, and so he was a soccer dad. And so I carried Mike, and I said, okay, what are we doing here? Mike teaches me soccer in about 30 minutes,
Okay.
and I became a soccer fan. And so now I'm kind of chasing the Southside boy soccer around because of Randy Weiss now. He's got me hooked on soccer.
And their girl program, fantastic as well.
Oh, man, they're great. They're great. Southside had so much going. Their baseball was strong this year. I mean, their girls' basketball was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, they
Great
had
run.
a for real team there. And I really enjoy watching girls basketball. It's fast. They're mean. They don't play around now. And then, you go over to Westbrook, and, they were just kind of, they were at high altitude on everything that they were doing. They were
State championship in golf.
Oh, yeah. And
Runner-up baseball.
that's right.
It's incredible.
Braxton Wolf, he's one of my good friends from the fire department. Scott Wolf's son, and Braxton's just a precious kid. And he was their 5 player, and starting kind of in the mix on the team playing this time, and he showed out. He did.
Scott's a distant cousin of mine.
Is he really?
You're talking about the helicopter?
Yeah, the medic guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, Scott's a great medic.
Awesome.
If you're ever in a ditch hurt, you need Scott. You need to open your eyes and see Scott sitting there.
The
That guy
guy
can work
who's-
on you.
Wow.
There was a joke a long time ago when he first started. After that TV show, Airwolf.
Oh,
He was the Airwolf.
Airwolf.
That's what- yeah, he was Airwolf.
Airwolf.
He was
That's right.
Airwolf.
what about you're talking about Southside? I saw something on your Facebook page about the Southside marching band.
Oh yeah. They got to go to the Cherry Blossom Festival this year,
That's huge.
which is a big deal. I mean, I think there ended up being 3 of Alabama bands there, but it was just a crazy time for them to be able to go, to the nation's capital and represent their state. And that band's they're just so good.
They are.
They are good.
I mean, every year in and year out, and excuse me, their director is just a good guy, and he's really kept them out, so that they can kind of be exposed to the world, and they do good work. Their bowling is crazy over
Oh,
there
my
now.
gosh.
I mean,
Yeah.
they just don't play around.
Where did they finish when the year Etowah won the state
They were,
2 years ago? I know different brackets.
I don't know about. We beat them out of going to state
That year.
That year too.
But you
2
lose to
years
it.
ago,
Yeah,
they-
y'all beat the guys, right?
The guys, yeah.
The girls
Where you
won it.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
did. Yeah.
It's almost like they just go ahead and say we're playing
Here you
for
go.
second
Book
place
the
down,
hotel. Book the
Well, you
hotel.
got
just
you
book
got
it.
ringers on that team, the Clients family.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I think 2 of the girls have already got bonus scholarships,
right.
and then the third one supposed to be better than all
And
of
then
them.
Lance Phillips' daughters, they're crazy good,
grief.
But I keep telling them, if you ever want a little money out of the city, come roll a bowling ball in there ain't you can't deny that much. I mean, they're productive.
serious, right there.
They
serious.
are productive.
And so we also have, excuse me, Coosa Christian, who've been adopted by Rainbow City.
That's right.
They play for North Alabama Championship in baseball, and they play for a state championship in football this past
That's
year.
right.
That's pretty special.
That's
too.
special.
This
Yeah, there's
area.
no doubt about it. I mean, Coosa, I can say something about Coosa and Westbrook because I coached varsity baseball at both, and they're athletes there. And there's a lot of support for those schools. Like Westbrook's got a crazy level of support. So does Coosa. And everybody kind of thinks that they're in competition. It's 2 totally different.
Night and
types
day.
of it's
Used to
night
be.
and day. It
Used to be.
used to be, yeah, big time. But over time, they found their sweet spot in what they're doing educationally. And in Westbrook, Coosa, and Southside, as far as I'm concerned as a mayor, and I feel like I represent Coosa in my own right. Because I always want to do right by. It was my former church, and I was on their board of education, for a long time with Amanda Justice, and tried to help them get their their direction and that kind of thing, and it went well. So, watching them be successful in sports, when you kind of don't see something like that happening, it's special.
It's funny because right here on the show, we did the Westbrook Coaches Show with Coach Smith. And when he first got here, kind of our pre-council, he said, so why am I supposed to hate Coosa?
Yeah.
He said, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And he's obviously going to not let that happen too,
Right.
right? And Mark O'Brien's going to be the same way.
Yeah.
But speaking of Coosa, they have something for you.
Oh, wow.
Mark O'Brien wanted me to present you, since you are the official
Oh, wow. That's
mayor
cool.
of Coosa Christian. There's a signed football from December 7th from the state championship team at Coosa Christian. They wanted
that's
to
cool.
Present you with that because you are officially.
Man, I appreciate that. I
Officially-
came to Birmingham to watch them.
You did, yeah. And you had
Tuscaloosa.
You had another.
Yeah,
outing.
Tuscaloosa. That's right.
You had
You'll come to
another
Birmingham
outing.
this year.
You went the long way to Tuscaloosa.
I sure did. That's
So they just want to be sure that.
That's awesome. I'm gonna leave that right here.
Yeah, they are very.
cool.
A lot of people didn't get those.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
You're
man.
the only mayor to get one.
Yeah. Well, that seems fair.
It
It
does.
was very
So-
fair. It's very
But no,
Anyway.
that was a good time in my life. I mean, I got to be their varsity baseball coach. I can't remember the year. We went to the state championship. Had a kid that was hitting zero. Came up and the bases were loaded. All we had to do is throw him 3 fastballs down the middle, and my pitcher got cute. I won't call him by name because he knows who he is. And he threw him a hook, and it was slow enough for that kid to close his eyes and swing the bat and hit it over the scoreboard.
Oh, my
We went and had a cheeseburger.
So it wasn't Matt Skelton's what you're saying. It wasn't Matt.
No, Matt was out in the.
He could
Matt
bunt,
was
though.
he was at Westbrook and he could bunt, and he had speed.
He's a bunter.
Believe it
That's
or
right.
not, that kid had speed. He was fastest thing we had.
What do they say? Lift small and bunt the ball.
That's
There you go. There you go. That's good.
So what else is going on in the city? What can we? I know the amazing drone show.
Yes,
everyone's
coming up.
talking about
Yeah,
that.
The 29th of June, we're going to have our drone show. Kind of kick off the Independence Week. You know, I like to celebrate the whole week.
Heck yeah.
Why not? I mean, we're in the greatest country in the world.
My
and,
gosh.
And I think we're finally starting to turn in that direction again, so that people can have pride in their country, and we can get this whole thing over in the Middle East sorted out, and people figure out that it's our job to support what we support, which has been Israel. And I'll just say it out loud. I don't really care who likes me or not, but
That's fair.
on that one thing, I'm not going to pull away. And
Yeah.
and I think it's just time for us to kind of find our patriotism again. And we love doing that show. That show's just special. And and our plans for it to be very patriotic, and we hope to have about 15,000 people there.
Bring
Have
a
some-
lawn chair.
Have some
right?
cool music. Yeah, bring a lawn chair, and we'll announce our act. We've got a Nashville, up and coming Nashville guy coming that we're in the final stages of signing that paperwork. And shout out to Cottonfield Restaurant and Kevin Knowles and Kelly Knowles. They're going to help us with our artists and get them down here so that we can have just a fun family day.
Heck yeah.
And it's a great day. I mean, we come out and get started about 5 o'clock. It's a little hot when we start, but the evening kind of settles in, and we get to the when nightfall hits, we put those drones in the air. We have a longer show and a bigger show this year. So
Well, what I noticed was, the lawn chairs were out, the bean bags were flying.
Oh, yeah.
People were eating at the food trucks.
Oh, yeah.
There was kids everywhere. It was like, this is my city.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
yeah, and one of your sponsors, Exchange Bank, they came out. They gave the kids balsa wood planes like we had when we
Oh,
were kids.
yeah, that's old school.
And these kids had these little gliders, and they're flying those things all over. About 500 gliders in the air.
that's
It was like being in Mayberry.
It was.
It's incredible.
Freedom Flight, June
Yeah.
29th. That's awesome.
Yeah. So as long as we're talking about events, gotta talk about the bash.
Oh yeah, Bash in the Bend coming up. There they are. Little. Hey, that guy's about the same size.
Oh, what?
Hey, I'm sorry.
That's your mayor,
Hey,
Jeff.
That's on him.
Yeah.
Golly.
But yeah, we've got to auction these off.
That's
I
incredible.
feel like they'll bring $2,000.
Well, we may be, and Jeff will reach out to us today, Jeff Little. We may be broadcasting the Friday before. We may do our show live from the event.
Yes.
This Friday,
This Friday, as it's getting set up.
Oh,
just to, because why not? It's gorgeous.
That's right.
It's an amazing event. You guys.
It's a cool little venue.
I can ride my side by side there. I don't have to leave. That's neighborhood.
Yeah, man, you're close.
I won't be there though.
What?
I'll be there Friday, but
He always gets Tazro.
The Tazro.
It's Tazro.
It's always that
That's
week.
Yeah, you big.
Or, well, what is this? The fifth annual?
That's right.
This is the 5th year.
Oh, it's more than that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's several. I've done it for.
And it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I've done it for 4 or 5.
And you guys
I saw y'all
raised,
sky shot stuff.
you raised so much money for charity.
Yeah, tons of money.
That's
and
incredible.
and this year, and you've got just a great core group of guys, and they just kind of brought me and a friend in. Honestly, because we have better lawnmowers than anybody else, we can clean everything up and maybe drag a little gravel out and do some things like that. But that group of men, their job is the bash, and they love spending that time and effort going towards true charity work.
It is.
Because we're not taking profits from that thing. As a matter of fact, there's no telling what each member of that board gives.
Sure.
We spend a lot of money, of our own money and our own effort and time. We've got a few businesses that are pretty specialized, mine being one of them, that we take care of the grounds and get everything ready. Brandon Smith does all of that, and then and Little orchestrates the whole thing. Shane Reed is our big fundraiser. It's crazy. Then you got Heinzman, who comes around and brings,
Samples the food.
Yeah, he samples food and brings me water. That's his job. He's a water boy. And
And no one parks cars like you out here.
oh no,
I heard.
I'm in charge of ticket sales. I mean, you're gonna get inside that place. We have to negotiate your price. I mean, we're gonna get you there. I just want to see the place packed out.
Yeah.
I want us to raise as much money as we possibly can, and we're gonna raise a lot of money this year.
And it's a big event, but you know everybody. It's one of those kind of events.
You do. It's a hometown, homegrown event.
Yeah.
It's there's no doubt you'll have some people that'll come in and say we had a couple of ladies from New Jersey last year that, they were kind of lost. They came up in an Uber. I'm like, I didn't even know we had Ubers, and they come peeling in from.
They Ubered from Jersey.
They Ubered from
To Tillis and Bend.
from Birmingham. They actually Ubered from Birmingham and made it up here, and the Uber driver went and ate and hung out for a little bit, came back.
Why
and
not?
He said, so what's going on in there? I said, well, go in there. So I don't know how he did on his driving going back, but he did real well getting them up here. That's our part.
All you got to do is go to bashinthebend.com.
Yes.
And you can get your tickets right there, bashinthebend.com. That website's pretty cool, too. It's
It
easy to
is.
use. Yeah.
It's just a fun time. I mean, I don't think you're going to find anything like that. Riverfest was always like that, and I think they're trying to kind of revive that just a little bit. But
A little classier.
this is
It's a little classier than just saying.
This is the best time that you're going to have on that river.
It's incredible.
And
It's
then we're going to
incredible.
follow that up just a few weeks later with our drone show.
How do you monitor the boats? They get free show.
They kind of get free show. Now,
Side view, maybe.
we kind of turned, the stage just a little bit to kind of antagonize them a little bit to get off the boat and come on. But they come in down, they come in and most of them get off
That's awesome.
their boats and tie up, and we'll have a whole platform of boats that are tied together out in the river, which I think that's cool.
It's like watching a football game in Tennessee.
It is.
At Neyland Stadium.
You're just really
Yeah.
listening for the loud.
So is that what they do there?
Yeah,
All the time out there?
they do. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's one of the big time college events.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Move the council meeting this week, obviously with the holidays.
Right,
So it's
we
going
don't
on
want that.
tomorrow.
It's going on tomorrow afternoon, same time. We do a work session at 3:30, and then at 4:30 we go into our pre-council, and we have about 30 minutes that if somebody would rather not be televised,
Sure.
then we give them that little period of time to come in and kind of state their grievances if they have any.
Rainbow City.
Dude, it was the only time I've ever been to it was a love fest. I mean, they were all just it was funny. The city council was up there, and then they were, of course, coming down and going up, and people just up there was laughing, and it was really cool to see.
Yeah,
and a lot of community members. It was not a lot of.
That's right.
It was really cool.
I have people that say that can't be real, but it's actually real. You know, we all get along really, really well. We have respect for what we do, you know, and we have a crazy amount of life experience on that council. You know, we have Anita's a general contractor, Jeff's a corporate salesperson. You know, we've got a law enforcement officer, a corrections investigator, and then we have a teacher. Then you got me. And whatever
A little bit of everything.
whatever it is, I bring to it. But,
Well, I found I've only been 3 or 4 times, and every time I was there, little Craig Enzer was there.
yeah, Little Craig's big. He's very supportive.
Yeah.
He's our county commissioner for a portion of the city, really north of 77, and then Tim Ramsey has south of 77. We're represented by 2 different House of Representative members, and Craig Lipscomb has the Bend. And then
That makes sense.
And then Mac has the northern part of the city, and then
Yeah.
a portion of Gadsden. So, and then, so we're well represented. But it also gives us I feel like that's our advantage, because if we've got a House of Representative or a commissioner that's not necessarily invested in certain things that we're doing, we've got another option there, to be able to go to them, and they may or may not see it our way, but I feel like having that dual representation of our city is to our advantage, and,
Sure.
and we try to take advantage of that.
Sometimes you got to use mom against dad.
That's right.
That's
And I would love to see Craig be used against Mac.
That would be great. That's a show in itself.
That would be awesome.
Well, we have Craig and Tim Ramsey pitted against each other so well
That's
right
awesome.
now. It's a
Yes.
it's a position that I love to put them in, and so you just really have to time it and think, well, which one did I make the maddest last time? And right now, Craig Enzer's a little bit up on Tim Ramsey, so Tim Ramsey on this drone show, kick in a little bit of that discretionary money and get this thing going.
I like it.
I
He
wonder
needs
if
to.
the East Gadsden guy representative, the one that represents East Gadsden.
Yeah, I don't think he's. Hey, man.
He could put some money in on
He
that.
will.
Yeah.
You're right, Chad.
Yeah,
You're right, Chad. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Maybe a love offering.
Hey, we'll take a love
We'll
off.
take a love offering in a minute. A potluck dinner.
Yeah,
We need one there.
I'm in a potluck dinner.
Yeah.
Real quick about the summer reading program.
Yes.
That
Kicks
still,
off.
You can still sign up for that.
Yes, you can. I think the next 2 days you can sign up. Everybody knows about our library, and our library we'll seriously have 400 or 500 kids a day in that building. And Tina Brooks is our librarian. Her staff they're just crazy good, and their intent is to make sure that all of the kids, and we're serving the whole county in this reading program. They have special events, they have field day opportunities, and they come in. The only day I don't go down is when Reptile Man comes. I'm sorry, I don't trust anything. Can't wear a necktie, and so I'm not going to show up for that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's it's in your provision to make those.
Yeah.
Well, it's for ages 12 and under,
Yep.
13, 17, and then 18 and up.
That's right.
So there's not
Yeah,
really.
we're not culling anybody. We're giving them an opportunity to come in and read, and enjoy, and really it stimulates the attendance to our library. We would love to expand our library. You don't hear that very many places.
Sure.
Everybody's
It's the
trying to get rid of their library.
Yeah.
Our library is one of the biggest draws that we have. We have all this parks and recreation stuff that's going to get people, but you also have people, and they're scattered out. We bring you into the library. We have a cozy little library. We're, as a matter of fact, this summer, as soon as we get through with our summer reading program, we're going to start doing some refurbishment in our library and kind of freshen up the colors. I think it's still painted the same gold that it was when it was painted originally. We're going to try to maybe bring ourselves a little bit more forward in that, but Tina is a great librarian.
Nothing but high. No one people just love that lady.
Yeah.
They just love that lady.
She's good.
And June the 3rd, your farmer market is back.
Our farmers market's coming
Right.
back strong, and
Yes.
we're expanding our farmers market. As a matter of fact, I met with Gala Perry. Gala is our revenue director right now. interim, and Guyla wanted to give them some more parking lot. Well, on the days that they're there, we're not utilizing our parking lot like we will. Now, Thursdays is our court day. You know, some of our Mondays are afternoons are for different things, and then Tuesdays are coin club. So we know we're going to pack that parking lot on those days, but those other days we want to make sure that we're giving an opportunity not only to our local producers, but to ourselves to be able to purchase, fresh fruits and vegetables.
We love it over there.
And we're adding a few more things to it, a few different vendors that are going to sell some other little things that are homemade or very artisan craft stuff, and we're excited about it.
That's cool.
Your mother loves it.
Dude.
She loves a farmer's market.
Sandra
She
Mill will
does.
drop by there in a hot minute, son.
That's a good.
And she don't even need tomatoes. She gets tomatoes, okra, everything.
Go
So,
get some more.
how do you say, for instance, Jerry's mom? She can't do it anymore. God bless her, but she used to have a little garden spot.
Yeah.
So if she decided, hey, I got too much,
Yeah.
and I want to go down there and make a little bit of money or sell it for a discounted price of $5 or whatever. Is it available for people like that have home gardens, or how does that work?
It is. It's really actually directed to people that have the home garden that are actually growing their own wares, But the way you do it, from my understanding, is you call a county extension agent. The county extension agent will come out and give you a little certificate that says that he saw your garden and sees your practices of how you're raising your and handling your produce, and then you come and I think you come to revenue and pay a little business permit or something like that, almost like a peddler's license, and then you go set up.
That's
get
cool.
you a
So it's
table and
easy.
Sam's and set up. It's easy, yeah, it's easy. We'd love to have that bottom edge and across the right hand side of our parking lot. We'd love to have it full.
My wife, she told me to ask because we have blueberries,
Yeah.
and we don't do anything. They just
Yeah.
grow, and it's too many.
Yeah. Yeah,
there you go, honey.
Yeah, you
There
could you could pick those blueberries, sell them out there, and then
In wine form
Yeah.
or by the. Well, that's a different show.
That's how you want it.
Yeah, that's the homebrew show. We haven't finished the details. On
It could be
that.
Sacramento wines.
I mean, could be. We got one Catholic church here or two in this county. We got one, or is there two? Is it
There's two.
Is it St. James and
Well,
you just said
no,
Sacramento wine? I'm just
there's
thinking-
one.
There's just one.
It's just one. There's just one Catholic church.
You still do midnight mass?
Man, it's the most beautiful service ever. I got kicked out because I went through the line 6 times because
Yeah,
it
you
was
can't do
it was a really high end wine that
Yeah.
night, Joe.
Yeah, they're not giving
So-
shots.
The
Out-
best
out-
Christmas service ever, by the
Yeah.
way.
Out of all this exposure, video exposure, radio exposure, they still haven't caught on that you're not Catholic anymore.
No.
Nope.
Because they straight up refused me. Once I did a funeral at a Catholic church, this person, lifelong Catholic, got redeemed by the grace of God, started coming to our church, and the family said, we're doing it at the Catholic church, but we want you to come and speak. Well, boy, they have you on a short leash.
They should.
And then they started to do communion, and they said, everybody stand. I stood, and the dude said, no, you sit.
You sit back there.
Yeah,
And
I
mean,
did.
bypass me.
You remember I did Tony Monroy's
Yes.
service
Yeah.
there, and it threw. It's the first time I met that priest, and I didn't realize he had a stutter. Let me just say, you know me.
Oh, here we go.
I won't get into the deep. But that's a great story.
Okay.
That's a great story.
Sounds like it would be.
So you're saying you did not practice? Well, excuse me. Never mind. He wouldn't practice restraint either. He would exploit.
I went the most Joe Taylor way you could go.
Yes.
Let me
Good
just
for
say.
you.
And I got laughs from the. It was great. Yeah, I
Oh,
was doing
that
6
sounds-
minute Cat Williams stand up.
Oh, gosh.
it was pretty good. Like Tony would have wanted it.
Sure.
Tony Monroe's dad was
Wow, that's
he
cool.
was a good dude. And
Anyway, sorry.
We had a lot of fun at the Catholic
ADD
church.
moment kicks in.
Yeah,
A lot of fun at the Catholic church.
Yeah, this show's going down too.
Yeah, yeah, we're starting to circle the drain now.
It's time to get out of here. Thank you to our sponsors.
Wait, wait a minute. I just saw something. Did you bike to work on Bike to Work Week?
No.
What? The city had it on their page. I
Yeah,
saw it.
yeah.
He did a Peloton in his office.
Yeah. Well, let's say no on that one too.
I was trying.
Yeah,
I was
He's
trying.
got this huge TV, and when somebody comes in, he'd click it over to the business channel.
He was
Except when I walked in, he just left golf up.
he was watching people bike in.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know that I could do it. I mean, I'm way down in the bend now.
You're
I mean, by
a minute out.
the time I get down Riddles Bend Road and hit the highway, somebody's gonna run me over.
You're gonna have to call Airwolf.
That's right.
Scott Wolf did come get you.
Gotta get somebody come pick me up.
gosh.
Well, Mayor, thank you so much. Thank you to Clinic 5 for always sponsoring Hyundai of Rainbow City and Gadsden, Choice Fabricators, Exchange Bank of Alabama, not just Rainbow City, Alabama, and the city, obviously, of Rainbow City.
Let me say one thing about
Please.
Clinic 5.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the League of Municipalities week before last, and the mayor of, I believe it was Monroeville, comes up to me and says, "Tell me about Clinic 5." And it was about the fact that they are using this special technology to get people off of opiate.
It's
opioid.
incredible.
And they've got opioid money, and I gave him a reference to them, and I think they're going to try to work with Clinic 5 down in Monroeville to get some of their people off of drugs.
That's
And I think that far reach, and they found out about it through Randy Weiss, who was sitting at waiting on a dinner and got to talking about what we're doing for our village, and it really does matter that we take care of our own, and so hopefully that's going to be an opportunity for Clinic 5, and I think just that word of mouth advertisement matters almost as much as being on the Joe Taylor Mayor's
Well,
Club.
it sounds like Monroeville is going to be benefiting
They're
from
gonna come
what
up,
they
that's
do
for
there.
sure.
My wife must be feeling a little better. Please stop talking about being Catholic. Just kidding. We're just having fun with the mayor.
Kelly, you didn't say that. That's just the pain pills talking.
Yes,
You-
That's so
Hey, we're glad she's doing good. Doing
Yeah,
better.
one more issue.
Yeah.
Don't,
past that.
don't do it.
I'm not going to.
Get past that, and
Not
you got it
going
made.
to.
Pass. I see what you did there. You see that? You see what you did?
It's my mayor.
Thanks for joining us.